The B-2 Spirit is a ghost. It's a $2 billion masterpiece that can slip through the world's most advanced air defenses without breaking a sweat. But what the headlines usually miss is that this legendary wing doesn't just stay invisible. It has to be babied, sculpted, and meticulously maintained by a secret army of specialists. If they miss just one step out of thousands, this high-tech marvel becomes nothing more than the world's most expensive lawn dart. The munitions build. The mission actually starts inside the 509th Munitions Squadron. This place is kept at a strict 68 degrees, not because the airmen are picky, but because the weapons are. The guidance kits on these bombs use ring laser gyros that are so sensitive they'll start to drift if the temperature swings by more than a couple of degrees. Airmen attach the MAU-169 guidance section with the kind of precision you'd expect from a watchmaker. Inside, there's a GPS antenna the size of a hockey puck and sensors that can detect a movement smaller than the width of a human hair. The real hero here is the umbilical connector. It's the data lifeline between the plane and the bomb. If that connection isn't perfect, you're flying halfway around the world just to drop a very expensive paperweight. Every single bolt is hit with a torque wrench. Too loose and the vibrations of flight shake it apart. Too tight and you crack the housing. They even weigh the finished weapon to the pound. The B-2's computer needs that exact number for its ballistic math. A 5-pound error is the difference between a direct hit and a total miss. Sculpting the stealth. While the bombs are being prepped, the maintainers on the flight line are fighting a war against physics. The B-2's skin isn't paint, it's a fragile layer of radar-absorbent material, RAM, filled with tiny iron spheres. Think of it like a chalkboard. It's incredibly effective, but one bird strike, a hailstone, or even heavy rain can ruin it. Low absorbency technicians crawl over every inch of the airframe, looking for chips or gaps the width of a credit card. Any imperfection creates a radar scatterer, essentially a lighthouse beacon for enemy radar. When they find a flaw, they don't just patch it, they sculpt it. They mix special compounds that have to cure at exact temperatures and sand them down until the surface doesn't vary by more than the thickness of a few sheets of paper. It's less like being a mechanic and more like being a high-stakes artist. Loading the revolver. Once the jet is electromagnetically perfect, it's time to load the revolver. Because the B-2 has to stay stealthy, it carries everything inside its belly. The weapons are tucked into a massive rotary launcher that can spin 8 tons of high explosives 360 degrees in under 3 seconds. The bombs are held by hooks rated for 14,000 pounds of force. That sounds like overkill for a 2,000-pound bomb, but when the pilot pulls a high G turn or hits heavy turbulence, that bomb effectively weighs 4 times its normal mass. Those hooks are the only thing keeping 8 tons of explosives from rattling around inside a $2 billion airframe. The human element. While the jet gets fed, the aircrew flight equipment shop is making sure the pilots can actually survive the trip. The B-2 flies so high that a loss of cabin pressure would be instant death without a suit. The helmets alone cost more than most houses and feature visors that can turn pitch black in milliseconds, fast enough to save a pilot's vision from the blinding flash of a nuclear blast. Then there's hot pit refueling. This is easily one of the most nerve-wracking jobs on base. The engines stay running at idle to save time, throwing off enough heat to melt aluminum. Fuel crews in silver proximity suits, looking straight-up astronauts, pump 600 gallons of fuel a minute. They have to be perfect with the weight distribution. Since the B-2 has no tail, the balance of the fuel is the only thing keeping the plane from tumbling out of the sky. When the pilots finally climb in, they sit through a tense 8-minute initialization. The jet cannot move even an inch during this time. Why? Because the gyros are literally measuring the Earth's rotation to find their 0 point. Once they're in the air, the B-2 is a digital beast, making 1,000 tiny corrections every second just to stay stable. As they approach the target, the bay doors open for the shortest window possible. The umbilical floods the JDAM with coordinates and wind data, and then it's gone. The moment the bomb clears the bay, its internal battery fires up. It's no longer a dumb object, it's a glider with a brain. It adjusts its fins hundreds of times, trading altitude for precision, walking itself right onto the target. It's the final second of a process that took thousands of hours and hundreds of people to get right. It's not just a bomb drop, it's a masterpiece of human obsession. And now, I want to ask you something. If something this powerful, this complex, if something can fail because of one tiny mistake, do you think machines like this make war safer or more dangerous than ever before?